We're 6 weeks into the 2021 NFL season, and we have 6 teams who've separated themselves with 5 or more wins, including the undefeated 6-0 Phoenix Cardinals from the NFC, but only one of those 6 teams is from the AFC. And it's not the Chargers, and it's not the Bills, and it's not the Browns. It's the 5-1 Ravens. It's been 9 years since the Ravens were in the Super Bowl. The 2013 year featured the battle of the Harbaugh brothers. Can this be another big year for the brothers? Could Jim and his Wolverines make the college football playoff while brother John returns to the Super Bowl? Welcome to the October 13th Father, Son, and Holy Sport Weekly Podcast. I'm G-Man from Columbus, Ohio. That's my man T-Money out there in 49er country, San Francisco. Big week coming up, T.
Oh, yeah. Great week coming up. Let's see. My Bearcats are doing great, and we got the Bengals doing pretty solid here. It's a good time to be a Cincinnati sports fan.
Oh, yeah. Look at him holding true to those Cincinnati colors out there in Cali. I like that. You like my background? I'm sticking with Baby Yoda after he keeps his team undefeated, man.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Hey, we got a jam-packed show for you today. One of the fun segments kicking off Trivia of the Week. Here's the week's question for Team Money. We're going to college football for the Trivia of the Week, as you all know, because you watch us all the time, and we love when you subscribe. Hey, what's the trivia question? Who is Georgia's freshman quarterback, Team Money? And what state did he play high school ball? I want to see what you got, man. I'm putting another level here, okay? Who's the Georgia freshman quarterback? Or sorry, I apologize on that. I'm talking about the Oklahoma freshman quarterback. Okay.
I was going to say,
the Oklahoma freshman quarterback. And what state did he play high school ball, man?
All right.
We got some big picks again this week. We're delivering for you, G-Man. Keep his streak going. 6-0 now over the past 3 weeks.
Dang.
12-2 for the year, G-Man. Winning you awesome cash, man. And all you fantasy managers, you've checked out our new special 15-minute fantasy football show. T-Money has went 4-2 the last 2 weeks on his picks. Look for our fantasy show on all our sites to help you win your league. And we have the T-Ross Chug and Chant for you coming up. It's a live 5-minute separate podcast. This week, T-Money turns his attention to the Empire State. Hey, y'all, if you like what you're seeing every week, press the like and subscribe. We're building up those subscribers. Come on. We got to keep it going. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and many other platforms. Look for our name at Father, Son, and Holy Sport.
Yeah, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Let's dive in here now to the Ross Rundown. Big one this week, and the Chiefs finally get back to 500. They're 3-3 now after beating Washington. Are the Chiefs back, Gary?
Well, hey, I told you last week that they were still on the hunt. They just came back to the pack, man. I told you guys that. Hey, the Chargers, the Browns, and the Bills all lose. All of a sudden, KC looks hot. But still, I think the front runner is the Ravens in the AFC. Kansas City's right there, though, man.
Yeah, going to be interesting. They went off in the second half. They went on a 21-0 run there. The next two, they got Tennessee and the Giants. I think they're going to win those. So I think they're right in there. The Bills losing and the Chargers losing was huge. Like you said, they all came back to Kansas City. They're only a game back now. So Kansas City's right in this, man.
Yeah, you're right. They traveled to Tennessee where they're favored by 5.5 this Sunday. Hey, let's swing over to the NFC. Is it time, T-Money, for the Giants to move on from Daniel Jones?
Yes, it is. The Daniel Jones era is over. He's just so turnover prone. He's not accurate enough. And I know they have so many people injured, but he's had so much time now. And unfortunately, he just looks like he's going to be a glorified backup. I was never high on him to begin with. So I'm all right with moving on. Their team's just not good to begin with. That doesn't help, but it's over for him. You're going to have to play the rest of the year with him because you don't have anyone else. But he's done after this year.
Yeah, you might be right there, man. I might have to agree. The Giants are at home against Carolina Sunday, 1 o'clock. They're 3-point dogs against Carolina.
Yeah, we'll see what they're going to do with him after this year. Get his option, draft someone, bring in a veteran. I don't know, but The other one I want to talk about, though, the Ravens, man, they go in and destroy the Chargers. I mean, this has got to prove the Ravens are legit now, right?
Yeah, and I told you, man, I think they're legit. They went in and blew up the Chargers, man. The Ravens had these injuries all over offense. They're throwing out the
Crazy.
oldest guys that ever run football. All those running backs, man, and they're getting touchdowns. They just know how to move the ball down the field. Lamar Jackson is just something else, man. The guy just keeps on doing it. They've already beaten the Chiefs. They've beaten the Chargers. They're at home against Cincinnati Sunday at 1, favored by 6 against Cincinnati. That's going to be a ball game, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I really do think they're legit now. Lamar's special. But what's crazy is when you look at his stat line, he only threw for about 160 yards, and he had 2 picks and 1 touchdown. And they went 34-6 over the Chargers. I mean, they have wins over Kansas City, the Chargers, and the Raiders, all in playoff pictures right now. Pretty impressive resume by the Ravens here. I think they are legit, but sometimes there's question marks. But if you can win with your quarterback having a stat line like that, I mean, you can beat anyone.
They are beatable. They are beatable. The Colts showed that they can be beat.
Yeah.
But hey, let's go back over to the NFC. Should the Cowboys be concerned with Dak's injury, T-Money?
It's a tough one, right? Because I think this is a strain, so it's more about feel. He says he's not concerned. He didn't get an MRI, so I guess that's a good thing. But I think the Cowboys need to be a little cautious here. They're 5-1, and they're going to run away with this division. They're going to make the playoffs. That's not a question. I think you can give up a game here and rest him. You want this guy to be healthy for the playoffs because you're clearly going to get there. Your defense has turned into a pretty legit defense. Your offense has weapons galore. You can make a deep playoff run, but only if Dak's healthy. So I would be cautious is my word. I'm not concerned. I'm cautious.
Yeah, I agree totally to what you're saying. They're 5-1. The closest team to them is Washington, Philly at 2-4. The 3 games up, man.
Yeah.
They got a bye this week, so Dak can rest up. We'll see where they go. They go to Minnesota in 2 weeks for a Sunday night game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, man. I would be cautious, but I trust Dak's judgment. So let's talk about the Dolphins, man. It was supposed to be Tua's the next big thing. He's the next Drew Brees. Brian Flores is the next Bill Belichick genius. Now they're looking pretty rough down there in Miami. Is Brian Flores on the hot seat? Is he in trouble here, Gary?
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. They had 10 wins last year. They're supposed to be a playoff team, man. Where are they at? They let Jacksonville beat them? Come on, man. That's not good to lose to Jacksonville. Now they're 1-5. They're ranked 30th out of 32 teams by Sports Illustrated and Pro Football Network. That's where they're ranked. They're the 29th in scoring offense, 29th in scoring defense, and last in third down defense. Ooh. Come on, man. That's all around just bad for the coach.
Yeah, it does not look good for Brian Flores. I really liked him the past couple of years. I thought he could really get the team around him, but I think it all changed when they started Tua over Fitzmagic last year. You know, he was playing so great. Fitzpatrick was playing great.
I know.
And down the stretch, they played Tua and it hurt him. I don't know if Tua's good enough. They'd also gave away their first round pick to move up and get Jalen Waddle. So they don't have that this upcoming draft. Brian Flores is going to be in trouble. I don't think he's going to get fired this year because I think everyone loves him and thinks he's a good coach. But next year they don't make the playoffs. I think him and Tua are going to be shipped out of town.
Yeah, they bet the house on Tua. The guy's great, but he's injured a lot too, so you got to factor that in, man. Hey, Miami's hosting the Falcons this Sunday at 1. Maybe they can get it on track. They're favored against the Falcons. Let's see if they can get it back on track. Let's move out west. The Raiders showed some promise, T-Money, this past week. Do you think they can take it all the way to the playoffs?
Well, right now they're technically in the playoffs, but no, I don't think they can. I don't think they're dynamic enough. When your best weapon is Darren Waller, and then your next best guy is Henry Ruggs, I guess he's not been good. The Broncos aren't a good team, so congrats on beating them, but Like they're not that great. They'll be one, they're going to be one of the first teams out. I think they're going to get to like 9 wins, but the Chargers and Chiefs are in their own division already. And both of those teams are better and will be in the wild card hunt and divisional hunt ahead of them. The AFC is just so deep. The Steelers, the Browns, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Bills. I mean, there's just no room for the Raiders, unfortunately.
I think there's parity in the NFC, but I think the better teams are in the NFC. Hey, let's move to Ross v. Ross, man. Hey, let's go on and see what you got here. Talking about the Browns, zeroing in on the Browns. What is the biggest problems with the Browns right now? They're 3-3. Baltimore's in the lead in that division, 5-1. Let's talk about the Browns, man. What's their biggest issue?
So I don't want to go at Baker here, and I know he's playing bad, but I've seen him play well before, and I've seen him be a dynamic quarterback. So I'm giving him a pass. I'm letting Baker off here. He's in a slump. It's the defense. You cannot give up 37, 47, and 33 in your 3 biggest games of the year versus teams that are all in the AFC. An average of 39 versus those teams. You can't win playoff games like that. Their secondary has been horrible. It's just Myles Garrett and friends right now. He can't be your only dynamic defensive player right now. They're not getting enough pressure because he's getting triple teamed. They don't care about anyone else. It's their defense. You cannot give up that kind of points and expect your team to win when you're rushing centric offense.
Yeah, I can't argue with you about their defense. Their defense is one of the worst in the AFC. They're just not getting it done, but I think they got the pieces. I still think it's what I said last week. I think it's the quarterback. I love Baker. I love his commercials. They're hilarious. The guy's definitely a future actor. The guy is good. He's got a great personality. Hey, man, but personalities don't win football games. He's 26-25 as a starter. And I'll bet you when you look 2 years down the road, it's still going to be something like that. He's the third best quarterback in the AFC North. The third best quarterback, and that's only because I'm putting Ben behind him.
You're right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's got to step it up. That's
I cannot argue with you, Gary. That's the problem here. Like I need him to be a little more dynamic, and you can hear the fire sirens going off behind me because the Browns are on fire right now. Someone's got to save these people. They are in trouble. That building is on fire. I mean, this was supposed to be one of the best teams, maybe a Super Bowl contender. I mean, what's going on there? I don't know. I agree they have all the defensive pieces, but they're not putting it together. Baker is not playing well, but I do not agree with your 25-25 record. He came into a NFL franchise that had 1 win in 2 years. Okay. Cut him some slack on where he's brought them. Okay. So let's not act like the first year.
3-3 this year.
He probably had the worst NFL head coach in NFL history in Freddie Kitchens. So
excuse me. Is he 3-3 this year?
Breaks. Yes.
Is that 500? That's 500.
Ask
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
And add what was last year. Add that to it.
No, I don't want to add that to
it. So I think we're both right, and that's the problem, Gary. We're both right. A great defense can help get through a bad offense, and a great quarterback can get over a bad defense. Right now, they're both playing horrible.
I agree with you. I agree. They also got injury issues. They got Hunt and Jacobs with injury issues. OBJ having issues. The Browns are 3-3. They host Denver, who's 3-3 on Thursday Night Football, man. They got to get it ready because it's going down in a few days.
Yep. It's going to be an interesting one.
Let's go to our picks of the week. G-Man, we told you it was hot. Come on, man. Woo. We're going to the lock pick of the week. Start out with G-Man first. You guys want the big pick? I don't hear you all cheering for G-Man's pick. The lock pick of the week, man. I'm going out to California. Lions visit the Rams Sunday afternoon at 4. Rams favored by 15.5. Can they cover 15.5? You better darn tootin' they will.
Wow.
Detroit's 2-5 against the spread in its last 7 games against the Rams. When the Lions played the Rams, They're 2-5 against the spread. The Rams are 6-3 against the spread in their last 9 games. The Rams will punish the Lions in this one and advance to 6-1, staying right behind this man behind me, who's going to be undefeated. And the Rams are one game behind him.
Hey, I can't even say anything. Like, I trust every word you're saying right now, the way you're betting. So I think the Rams are going to win. Like, it's.
Hey, I know I'll have a down
right.
moment.
I'm sure you're right. I'm going to go to the Chiefs Titans game. I'm taking the Chiefs. I got them at 4.5 before it went up to 5.5 there. Like you said, I'll take the Chiefs minus 4.5 over Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry's going to run all over them, but I don't think Tannehill's dynamic enough to win this game. I still think the Chiefs win by a touchdown here.
You were kind of fading in and out there. I just want to repeat your pick there. Chiefs are at the Titans. T-Money's taking the Chiefs minus 5.5. And remember, we record these things on Tuesday. These lines can move around. We're giving the lines right now as we get them. So that's what we're going by. All right, let's move on to the dog lock of the week. I'm going back out to California for my dog lock. Right in T-Bunny's backyard in Levi's Stadium Sunday night at 8:20. The Colts come to town. The Colts getting 3.5. And I'm going with the Colts here against my team, man. I got San Francisco 49er hats that I wear. Come on. Well, I got Colts hats too. I got both hats. In fact, you fans out there, if I'm not wearing your hat, you send me a hat in the mail. I will wear your hat. All right? Come on, man. T-Money's like, get your pick out. I'm going with the Colts. They're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. San Fran is 1-4 against the spread in its last 5 games. I'm going with the Colts here to cover out there in a tough environment out there in T-Money country.
Yeah, I think that'll be a low-scoring game, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out with the win there. My dog lock of the week, though, here, Broncos, 3.5-point dogs to the Browns. I think you could bet this line. It's going to be a close game, and I think they're going to win. I think Kareem Hunt's out, Nick Chubb's out, defense is injured. Baker Mayfield might need surgery and is going to try to tough it out. Short week here Thursday. Give me the Broncos and that good defense. I think it'll be a 21-20 game here.
Oh, man. That's a good one there. I was looking at that myself, man. I can't disagree with that. Good picks there, T-Money. Go get it. Let's move on to the Woundwise trivia of the week. We're getting Woundwise here. Woundwise, the patented mobile imaging and analytics software app that's used by leading physicians and nurses caring for people with chronic wounds. Just download the app from the App Store. You're ready to go. Learn more at woundwiseiq.com. All right, T-Money, question for you. Who is Oklahoma's freshman quarterback, and what state did he play high school ball, my man?
That's 5-star Caleb Williams from California.
Woo! I'm just relishing in the first answer. The first half of your answer is actually correct.
I don't know.
5-star Caleb Williams.
I don't know if California is correct. I don't know if California is correct.
High school ball.
Do I need to name the high school? I have no clue. I think
no, just the state that he played.
California is what I'm going to guess. That's where
I'll give you one other.
One other guess, then. Oh man, you're going to make me like overthink it. I feel like Texas is the only other answer here. I get a majority.
Hey, a little bit of a trick question. It's actually Washington D.C.
Dang it!
Hey, Washington D.C. Got high school. Thought that was going to be Washington State, didn't you? But it's Washington D.C. That's what I'm saying, man. That's the word on the street. True freshman quarterback starting for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They come back against Texas when he comes off the bench and leads them back against Texas. They crush TCU in a shootout, put up 52 points. True freshman quarterback starting for Oklahoma. First time in, I don't know, since Cale Gundy in 1990 of all people. Mike Gundy's brother. You know Mike Gundy from Oklahoma State. That was the last guy to start as a freshman at Oklahoma.
They look more dynamic for sure with him. It looks like a different team.
I mean, this has to be the first time the preseason Heisman front runner, loses his job to a freshman. I mean, we got to. Can we get the producer to dig that up in the annals?
Yeah, I cannot remember a time like that. I cannot remember. I mean, maybe if Cardell, when Cardell Jones got the start over like Barrett when he was healthy in the national title game or something. I'm trying to think of a precedent like that. But that wasn't a whole season. That wasn't middle of the season. That was injury, Yeah. Crazy.
This actually getting benched. Hey, Oklahoma at Kansas favored by 38.5 Saturday. And in fact, Saturday, this weekend, Team Money, go do some chores, have some fun with your girl, because Saturday there's no matchups between any ranked team. So you just have some fun with your girl, man. You don't have to watch college football Saturday.
Great. Thank you, Gary. I get the weekend off. That sounds awesome.
Hey, no, not the weekend, just Saturday, because Sunday we got to focus for the NFL, man. Hey, we hope you love the show. You know that we love you, and if you do, press the like and subscribe. Look for us on all the platforms at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Thank you to Woundwise IQ for sponsoring Trivia of the Week. If you're interested in being a sponsor or a guest on the show, let us know. Next week, we'll set you up for Week 8 of the NFL season. It just keeps rolling along. Team Money, enjoy the big games in Cali this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Big games everywhere. Bearcats keep rolling, and let's go Bengals. I'll talk to you soon, G.
Hey, peace.